No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Using his legs, it's Hayden finding open areas. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Last year's return to prominence for Colorado was fueled by a couple of superstars, Travis Hunter winning the Heisman Trophy and giving this whole program a bolt.
They also lost Shedeur Sanders, a quarterback, so losing a lot of talent on the field, but there are a lot of eyes on this program now for obvious reasons, and because of the guy running the program, they're always recruiting extremely well. There's new talent coming in the building. Nobody can overlook Colorado anymore.
Well, it's crazy because the list of Hall of Fame coaches are incredible. I mean, you just go down the list, and I've heard of that guy, heard of that guy, heard of that guy, and so they're starting to recruit better and get more talent. Can they solidify the line of scrimmage? That's what's been the key for Colorado. Can they be physical and tough up front?
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Salter. Fires downfield. It's complete. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Hand off from the gun. What a job off front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Colorado. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Sometimes it's not about fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Gets it past the marker. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
To the air. It's Salter. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Guys, let's look big picture at Colorado. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Man, talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Next going for the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get 1st downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Underwood. Quickly out to the tight end. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. Slings it downfield. Makes a connection. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment. Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give on the inside. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Salter. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the play on third down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Give to the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Dumps it to the back. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Burke or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Haynes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open. Tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Underwood. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
And the Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Haynes. Running through contact. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
You always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play can be.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
And that's exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. Chunk it away just as he was hit. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Dropping back, it's Salter. Finds the tight end. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Hauls it in. So much for firing to a stationary sit-down tight end. How about this guy working the corner and getting the first down?
These tight ends can do so much nowadays. You start to feature him, but you watch him on the corner route, man. Just push it vertical, push it to the corner. QB right on the same page with him. Throw the football out there, and he makes the catch.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Got it! Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. It looked as if they had a chance to tie it, but that goes by the boards as the penalty takes away the touchdown. Line getting set on second down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado!
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Louisiana Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Bulldogs offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up 14 over NC State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Here's a heat. He'll get rid of it. Finds space on the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's O'Leary. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab on the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. One more snap coming before halftime. Puts it out of the air. Touchdown, Wolverines. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. The last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to pass, it's Salter. Spits it out to the back. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buffaloes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. The quick out. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Got it in the middle. It's Morgan. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. You just saw
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Salter. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time.
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down the line of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
The run from the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
And, man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Finds his man. It's Priestcorn. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Haynes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good.
There he goes. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
The Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got
some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the route is on. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. His drive will open from the 15. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Salter. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He makes the catch. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
And the Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some...
Turning it on. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Buffaloes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Looking to pass. It's Salter. Caught near the sticks. It's Hayden. The Buffaloes pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the 1st down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback will keep it. Breaks into the open. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Touchdown, Buffs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff could be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.